Action.
What's going on, everybody? What's going on out there? What's up, my college football fans? It's your man, Hollywood Sports. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? If you are new to my channel, you want to hit that subscribe button right now, because guys, we're going to be getting down with college football 26, and definitely we're going to be getting down with Madden NFL 26. But guys, we are here to talk about in this video the 7 advantages you will have by using the new stunts and twists in college football 26. Guys, now what's that going to do when you run stunts and twists? Never in a football game I haven't seen that they run stunts and twists, guys. They've taken this stuff to a different level, man, a stratosphere level, and we got to get better. As the game get better, we got to get better, guys. Okay, when we talk about X and O's in the chess match, okay? Now, we're going to play it a few times and then we're going to talk about it. All right, now let me show you guys here. Let's run it one more time. Okay, I wanted you to see it because I want you to notice who is doing what. Well, we're gonna break it down. Okay, if you'll notice, let me show you. We're going to break it now, and then I'm going to give you the 7 advantages or 7 keys to using these new stunts and twists, okay? Now, the tight end went out for a pass, okay? The back went out for a pass, right? Okay? Now, it's all about the count, guys. It's all about the count, okay? When you pull your play art up, okay, you see your seam flat, your deep zones, your blue zones, your hook curls, okay, and your seam flat. All right, now you're also going to notice your play art. This guy right here is going to come in on the stunt. You see the red, he's going to be coming down. He's going to have probably either both ways he wants to go, right here. Okay, that's the play art. Okay, now let's move it up a little bit and talk about it. Now, the tight end went out, right? And here's number 50. He was playing right guard. He comes over this way. Number 50 right here. Now, the reason why, now you got to understand this. If EA is going to show us the features of the game, okay, and show us how the stunt works, they have to create it that way so they don't have to keep playing the game. Okay, oh, we got to get it perfect and show them the example. Oh, we got to get it perfect. No, they just said we're just gonna move 50 out of the way and let my man come through so they can see so we can see what the stunt looks like. That's all they're trying to do, EA, right now, because everybody's judging the gameplay. You can't do all that. This is all edited, guys. They're showing us they're giving us a best example or a vision or a view of how the stunt works. Okay, that's all they're trying to achieve on these deep dive videos, guys. All right, the gameplay videos. So you see him, okay? Now watch him come through. Number 50. He acts like he don't even see him, right? Now, I'm pretty sure EA did that on purpose so they can get the stunt to work. But you know, in real game situations, that's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. That's what stunts do. They confuse the linemen. They confuse the linemen, right? They got to put their head on the swivel, but they don't know who's coming from where, right? You can have a corner blitz, you can have a linebacker blitz, you can have a safety blitz, right? And there's 12 different stunts in the game. Now I don't know if that's per team, 12. Everybody has their own stunts, or that's just 12 for the whole game. I would think every team has their own stunts. 12 different stunts. Either way, you're gonna have to learn your stunts, guys. You're gonna have to go to practice mode and know what player is coming through. If it's a stunt for him to come through, the corner, the blitz, the safety, the linebacker, right? Coming through on the stunt. The stunts and twists. Because if you don't know how they work, how are you going to use them? Because you got to use them at specific times during the game. Okay? Now, so you got to learn those guys so you'll know when to do them. You got to surprise people. You can't spam them. a lot of people are going to start spamming these things, right? Especially online. You cannot spam your stunts. You got to hit them at the right time, hit them in the mouth. Well, I'm going to give you a situation when you can use them, right? I'm going to give you 7 advantages, 7 keys to using your stunts, guys. Okay? Number 1, you get consistent pressure every time you run a stunt. You're going to get pressure just like that. You're going to get pressure, guys. And what are we saying in most games? Oh man, I just can't get no pressure. Oh, I can't get no pressure, especially in Madden. I can't get no pressure. I'm pretty sure Madden's gonna have their stunts. I think they do. I can't get any pressure. Guess what? Now you can get pressure. Now you don't have to do all these loop blitzes and all that. People still gonna do that stuff. They still gonna do that stuff, but I'm saying at least our franchise people, franchise guys, we're gonna be doing this stuff the right way. But we can go online and still beat them because nobody's gonna be, not gonna be used to it, right? Our franchise guys can go online. Well, there's online franchise anyway, right? There's people still gonna be doing loop blitzes, and I know people have rules in their franchise, but online head to head, we're gonna tear them up, right? That's advantage number 1, guys. You get consistent pressure. Number 2. You noticed the formation and plays. It's going to cause you to notice formations and plays. Here's this example right here. The number 7 Clemson Tigers going up against North Carolina Tar Heels, and we know Bill Belichick is the coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels, guys, but he is not going to be in the game. At least it hasn't been confirmed. I mean, it's confirmed that he's not going to be in the game, but we don't know. He might change his mind. They might pay him enough money. I don't know. But as far as we know, he's not going to be in the game, okay? So you're going to notice, guys, different habits of different guys. Now, what I wanted to say is we know on this play, the tight end went out, and if you look at it, their back goes out. So you got less blockers. Let's say his tight end is like a Mark Andrews for the Ravens, right? Or Travis Kelce, somebody, those really good tight ends. Let's say he likes throwing to that tight end. And then you say, I know exactly what stunt I'm going to run when that tight end goes out, right? Because he's got less blockers. And then eventually you're going to force him to keep that tight end in, or you're going to force him to keep that back end to get some extra blockers, because every time he tries to run that one play, you send the same stunt and blow it up and get a sack, right? So it forces him to make changes to keep his offensive guys in. That's kind of like he's going to have to max protect. Right? Max protection. He's going to keep that tight end, or he might say, well, I can't run that play no more because every time I run that play, he runs this stunt and blows it all up. Right? Strategy, guys. Strategies. When you notice this, hit their habits, and at certain plays they run, that's when you know, that's a key to know when you can run that, to run your stunts. And that's why you need to know how your stunts operate so you'll know which stunt to run. What if they go 5 wide all the time? You might have a stunt that's perfect for 5 wide. That's less blockers because everybody's out. Everybody's running for passes. Everybody's out running, going on routes. So that's less blockers, guys. That means they only got the offensive linemen down there. They only got 5 offensive linemen, right? The center, 2 guards, and 2 tackles. That's it. You might have a stunt that's perfect for that, okay? So that's the advantage, guys. Learning their habits and their plays, okay? Number 3, you force people to keep their tight ends and backs in. We talked about that. You force them, you take bullets out of their offensive power. You take away their threats. You take away their strength of the offense. They're going to have to run other plays. They're going to have to come somewhere else. That gives you the advantage when you take away their firepower, right? If the Ravens didn't have Mark Andrews, they'd be in trouble. I mean, they got good tight ends across the board, but you know what I'm saying. Travis Kelce. If they took Travis Kelce out of the game, they're going to struggle a little bit, right? Because Patrick Mahomes rely on him, okay? What's the next one? Okay, you take away the offensive threats. Then you get 3rd and long. That's another advantage. You can run your stunts when they're 3rd and long, 2nd and long. They could be 1st and long, right? If they get a holding call on the 1st down, that's 2nd and 20, right? Anything over 10 yards, guys, you could probably run a stunt. He's probably thinking every time I'm 2nd and 12 or 3rd and 15, he runs that stunt. You may have a few stunts that you could use it with, right? And you're in his head now. You're in his head thinking, oh man, he keeps bringing this pressure. That was advantage number one, constant pressure. Guys are going to crack under constant pressure, especially when you know the best time to run your stunts against, because you notice his habits, you notice his plays, you know he wants to go to his tight end, you know he likes throwing to the back out of the backfield, right? Those are the times, guys. That's what I'm saying. You learn their tendencies also, their habits, what plays they like to run. Guys, is this too hard? Is this too sim? Is this too sim? Hey man, I'm telling you, it's in the game. You got to use it to your advantage. Running these stunts, okay? Yeah, 3rd and long, guys, 2nd and long, because it takes the wide receiver time to get downfield. You're going to create pressure, right? Constant pressure. It makes the quarterback jittery, okay? And there's another advantage when you makes the quarterback jittery. All right? It creates matchups. You create mismatches on matchups. You create better matchups for yourself. Okay, because it depends on what type of stunts you have. You can create those bad matchups, right? Maybe a stunt requires somebody to be double teamed and not leave somebody else open. You know, there's so much stuff in it. That's why you have to go to practice mode, guys. Okay, and the number 7 advantage is you're going to force some interceptions. When you applying pressure throughout the game and running those stunts right, you're going to create interceptions, guys. You're taking away their strengths, right? You're making them keep their blockers in. You're making them change their game plan, and you come in rocking. You just come in with firepower, especially if you got some good linebackers, man. You know, your Mike, your Will, Mike, and Sam. Right, coming off that strong side, or you might coming off the weak side, your wheel linebacker. Come on, y'all. Is this coming together, guys? Is this coming together? And you know, hey, most people aren't going to learn that stuff. They're just going to go out. I'm just going to play college football, and they're going to go out head to head and try to do all that stuff. You know, head to head in online franchise mode. People don't want to work, guys. If you learn your stunts and you know when the best time to run them, you're going to be a dangerous fool in college football 26. Let's go over them again. Consistent pressure. You notice their habits and their plays, their formations. You're going to force them to keep their tight end and backs in. You're going to force them to keep more blocks and do. You're going to force them to basically block, guys. And you take away their offensive threats when you force them to keep more blockers in, right? And then you create that chess match, that strategy. You got them all confused now, right? They're thinking, every time I run this play, he hits me with that stunt. Every time I run this play, man, I don't know what else I'm going to do, man. And guess what? Most people aren't going to know their playbook, guys. They're only going to have like 2 or 3, 4, 5 plays. They're going to keep trying to run over and over and over, right? So it's not going to work, guys. It's not going to work. And then you create turnovers. You create interceptions. You create fumbles, right? You create more sacks. Okay, guys? So I think it all works, guys. I love that they put stunts and twists in this game. I'm Hollywood Sports. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on my next video.